Most respected Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, BW Business World, and Founder, Exchange for Media. And my friend, Mr. Sasank Vajpayee, Mr. Pavan Duggal ji is also here, Aditya Giri, and my dear principals, directors, law teachers, and senior advocates coming from different parts of the country. I am delighted to be associated with this function, as this is a function organized by Dr. Batra. Dr. Batra has so much rich experience, not only in public life, but in journalism, in business, and now in legal field. Today, legal profession is the best profession, because here you are not losing any capital except a student what is spent as a student as in college. But I am sorry to point out that when a student joins law college, I can safely say 90% students who are joining law college, they are not aware what actually after passing law they are going to do. Nowadays, for the last 1 year, I am visiting different law schools. I am giving lecture. What is to be done after passing law? Because there are so many prospects for a law student. He can be a lawyer who practice in courts, and in courts also different type of court practice. He can join as a law officer, he can go for judiciary, so he can go as a teacher. But after spending too much money, general perception is they are going to practice in courts. But I am sorry to say, like Mr. Batra must be aware, how many newspapers start in this country, but within 1 year of their birth they die. The lawyers who are going to courts, within 1 year or 2 years they leave the practice, because they were thinking that they will make too much money. They are joining law colleges after taking loan from different banks. They are paying too much money as fees, like in Jindals. But ultimately, I am sorry to say, what amount they have paid in the college, they are unable to get. They were thinking that they will become Ram Jethmalani, Soli Sorabji, and they could not earn. Their parents were waiting that my son will bring lot of money. So I wrote a letter to Honorable Prime Minister that law should be taught to everyone in schools, basic principles of law, so that there is less litigation. If people are aware of the law, they will abide that law. But people are not aware, so they commit mistake, they commit offense. So this topic you have thought, you are coming in this line, Dr. Batra, this is a welcome step, because you know how to teach, how to develop a sense of responsibility amongst teachers. So I request the teaching faculty here, as I was observing when panelists, Dr. Dubey, our senior advocate, and the others, they were telling what our students are lacking. First, once the law student join, the law colleges should see what the student can do in what field. Like when we see nowadays in schools, in primary schools, KG schools, there is a meeting of teachers and the parents. They tell about the teacher, understand about what the student is, in what way he is lacking, in which field he is good. So like that, teachers have to understand, they should have a counseling with the student and see what is their background. A student who is from a very ordinary family, how he will be successful in legal practice in court? That is most difficult job. They can be, I'm not saying they can't, but we have to see the background. And initially itself, after admission, the teacher should advise in which field of law the student is fit, he can go. So that some students who are brilliant, they can become judge, but they are not aware. I've seen so many students, they want to become judge, but they will they will prepare for, after doing not only LLB, after doing LLM. They say, I will become judge after doing LLM. Let me understand more. That is a foolish action, foolish decision. Because if a student is selected in judiciary, initially in the first year, he or she may retire as High Court judge. But after 1 year or 2 years, he or she may retire as only session judge. So it is the duty of the school. You have to tell, if a student is from a family of the politician, bureaucrat, social activist, that student can be successful in legal practice. Because there can be opportunity for him to get the cases. But a student is coming from such family who is not known. You require cases first, then only you can show your brilliance to other lawyers, to the clients. So, my humble request, you are charging too much today. We have given permission in public sector. When I was the vice chairman, we started giving permission in giving recognition to the colleges which were in private sector. We given permission to have extra fees, because government school law colleges were having the premises of the government, while the management of a private law school has to meet out the expenses, because we require premises, building, specific number of rooms, qualified teachers. We require the students, the teachers should be paid at UGC scale. So many books. But how they will, if we allow them to charge a fees of 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees annually, that is a fees for aided law schools. Aided when government is bearing the cost about 80%. So and today law colleges are actually I can say is the best industry. intelligent business houses, all of them in India, and all politicians, they are having law schools. Because in law school, you can invite the Chief Justice of India. You may be having the best engineering college. Chief Justice of India would not like to be associated. No judges would be. So, and your student, if he has become Prime Minister, and if you are a good teacher, if you provided good education in your law school, he will always respect. In his biodata, he will mention that I was a student of that law college. But if you are not providing good education and he has become something, he will not mention your college name. So, there is a responsibility upon the teachers that they should make their student the best citizens. And if we are able to have best citizens, the dream of Modi ji will be fulfilled. Because education, especially legal education, if we teach properly the law, there will be less litigation. And I'm informing, because so much our senior advocate Dubey was also mentioning, so much problem in our working of our courts. Dr. Batra is dealing with this industry, business. Why foreign investments, in spite of seeing that there is a strong political leadership, the government is stable, still we are not able to have that foreign investment which we should have. That only we are lacking due to delay in delivery of our disposal of our cases. Today, Prime Minister is interested. Today, Honorable Chief Justice of India is interested. Today, with the bar leaders are interested. There should be drastic change in our working of our courts. And we are going to suggest so much changes, and especially now that has become possible after Corona, when we have hybrid way of holding the courts. Today, everyone is aware how to use this internet facility, have these meetings on mobile and our computer. Our old ladies, they are holding satsang while sitting at home. Today, Indian people have seen and they are practicing. So we are going to have hybrid court proceedings at all levels: subdivision, district courts, high courts and Supreme Court. And once we have, the cases will be disposed of very early. Even in Corona, our courts recorded evidence online. So, there will not so much crowd is needed in the courts. So much chambers are not needed for our lawyers. They can perform their duties while sitting in their home or their office. There will not so much crowd that we were unable to enter the courtroom in Supreme Court. We were missing our case. But when in every case we will have not only the address, the mobile number, WhatsApp and email address of the parties and their counsel. Then in appeal, the notice will go on their WhatsApp, giving specific, like this is, we are formulating, giving 15 days time. 15 days time, the matter will not go, actually, notice will not come from court, from the party concerned. And the other party will file their counter affidavit written statement within 15 days in court, by post and on email, and copy to other party on WhatsApp and email, and rejoinder likewise. And within 2 hearings, our appeals will be disposed of. And when our proceedings are recorded, the lawyers and the clients will be not in a position to make false averment that they argued such and such point and judge has not considered and has not discussed in the judgment. So, and the lawyers from both sides will have the opportunity to earn. Now in Supreme Court, 5%. In 5% SLPs, the notices are being issued. In this proposal, the lawyers from both sides, 100% from both sides, lawyers will be charging for drafting, lawyers will be charging for argument, and lawyers will be not loser. Because in appellate courts, the client is exhausted with the funds. He or she is paying whatever, whether it is 20 hearings or 5 hearings. And the confidence of the people will increase. Nowadays, most of the companies, they hire private gundas to recover their money. Then they will come to courts and our lawyers will be having the opportunity to have more income. So, I am really thankful to all of you for providing this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you, Batraji and Garima, for giving me this opportunity to be here. Thank you.